Today we are going over the top whiskeys that I recommend you try in Florida. So yes, we're doing the Bourbon Van Best of Your State Whiskey Challenge series, whatever you want to call it, and I can't wait to put my name in the hat. So let's get into the video. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Carlos. I truly appreciate you stopping by, checking out this video. Yes, we are in the outside whiskey corner. Thank you for stopping by. A lot of people have told me that they like this setting a lot better, and I would love to bring it to you more often, but as you can see, I am sweating. It is hot. But also, on top of that, you'll hear a lot of outside noise. Dogs barking, birds chirping, airplanes going by, maybe people talking, my kids playing in the background, the dog running behind me. So you'll see a lot of distractions and hear a lot of distractions, but hopefully that doesn't take away from this video. So if you don't know, please, I truly would appreciate that you subscribe. That really helps me out, really helps out the channel, but it's not the only favor that I ask. I also ask you for a favor of liking the video. That'll truly also help me out. Now, if you're feeling generous, you could also comment, click that bell icon, and check out the Patreon in the description. But those two things that I mentioned at the beginning are the ones that I ask a favor of. So, not sure if you guys have kept up to date with the Bourbon Van. Shout out to them because they are an amazing channel. I really enjoy all of their videos, and they put out a video about the top 5 Oregon? I think I said it right. Oregon whiskeys that they would recommend to you. And then at the end, they said, well, we want to put it out to all those channels out there. Make your list of top 5 bourbons or whiskeys from your state. So, being that I live in the lovely Sunshine State, the state of Florida, I wanted to throw my name in the hat and actually make this list for you guys. But you know, I have to put my twist on it, right? And my twist is that I haven't tasted a lot of Florida distilleries. I've tasted 4 Florida whiskeys. Yep, 4. And one of them I will talk about it and I do not recommend. But what I plan to do is give you 3 top whiskeys that I recommend, 2 whiskeys that have been recommended to me but I have not tried yet, and then one that I'll tell you should probably stay away from or taste before you actually spend the money on. So let's get into the 2 that have been recommended. It's actually 3 that have been recommended, but I'll count those as the 2 that I'm missing from the top 5. So the 2 distilleries whiskeys that have been recommended to me are Timber Creek, and they're in Crestview, Florida. They make a lot of different alcohols, not just whiskey, but you'll find that a lot here in Florida. You'll find a lot of rum, a lot of gin, a lot of vodka distilleries. Now, they do make whiskeys, but it's not their only thing that they make, right? So Timber Creek is not any different. But what I do like about them is that they have a few different offerings. They have a rye, they have a single malt whiskey, they have a whiskey, and I'll get to what that is, and then a reserve whiskey, which is a little higher proof. So the whiskey is the one that's been recommended to me, and it's been recommended to me because it's a blend of bourbon, wheat whiskey, and barley whiskey. So you definitely get a grainy, good, subtle note, I've heard, and it tastes good, does not taste young, it tastes really good and different. So I can't wait to actually be able to find one of those. Supposedly they're on sale in my local ABC, but I haven't found any. If you go on their websites, you can find them at ABC stores, but I haven't found an ABC store that actually carries them. Or at least the whiskey. I found some that carry the rum, but that's besides the point. Either way, I would definitely be on the lookout for Timber Creek. Check them out if you see it in your area, and let me know what you guys think. Another one that has been recommended to me is Mr. Tom's Whiskey. Now, Mr. Tom's Whiskey is another one of those distilleries that do a lot more things. So they have gin, they have vodka, they have rum, they have a lot of different things that they cater to, but they also make whiskeys, and they have a lot of offerings for the whiskeys. They have a lot of flavored whiskeys, which I wouldn't particularly like, but they have a habanero one, a cinnamon one, and then their straight bourbon whiskey. And that's the one that was recommended to me because I heard it's pretty freaking good. Now, again, have not tasted it, but people have told me to taste it, and it's really good. And I think they're out of the Central Florida area. Just not sure if they're more toward the Orlando side or the Tampa side, but they are located in Central Florida. All right, let me take a taste of this. Cheers. That is good. We'll get to what that is in a second, because that is one of my top 3 that I would recommend. But before we get there, let's talk about one that I don't recommend unless you want to experiment. You taste it first, and then if you like it, then you buy it. The reason I don't recommend it is because I believe that it tastes too young. It has harsh ethanol kick, and I just don't like the taste, right? And it is a rye, or it's more towards the rye, right? But it's not because of that I don't like it. I just don't particularly like the taste. So I recommend that this particular one, and you can find this one at Total Wine, at least here in Florida. You can find it at all the Total Wines. I'm not sure if they also sell it at ABC, but at all the Total Wines, you can definitely find it, and that is Palm Ridge Reserve Whiskey. Now, it's in the rye section, so it's a higher rye. I don't know if it's just the rye, but it's a higher rye whiskey. And again, it's not because it's a rye that I don't like it. I just don't like the flavor of it. Don't like the taste. But again, not saying anything against them. Go and check it out. It's 56 bucks. I'd rather not spend it on that. But if you're feeling experimental, adventurous, go take a sip of it, or just buy the bottle and see if you like it or not. Now we are getting to the bread and butter. Hold on, I'm sweating. Ow, it's hot. The bread and butter of this video is the top 3 whiskeys that I would recommend you buy if you're gonna buy something from the state of Florida. So if you don't live here and you're gonna fly here for vacation or whatever, go to your Total Wine, go to your ABC, and buy one of these bourbons. Take it back with you, and at least you have something from the state of Florida that you can find usually at all the local stores or the big box stores. So I'm gonna do it in the one that I recommend the most is at the end, and it's what I'm drinking, and the least one that I recommend is what we're gonna start with. But I recommend all 3 of these. But if you can only buy one, wait to the last one. So the first one that I'm gonna talk about, again, it is hot, is Kozuba and Sons straight bourbon whiskey. Guys, this is a 90 proof. It's 53% corn, 23% rye, 6% barley, 12% wheat, and 6% caramel. This makes for an awesome taste. If you want to try something a little bit different, it still has a younger whiskey note to it, but it's not bad. It's only 30 bucks. I bought it at ABC stores. I think it was like 32 bucks, and you truly will not mind spending that type of money on this whiskey because it's pretty good. So definitely try out Kozuba and Sons straight bourbon whiskey. It's a single barrel, 3 years old, and they're out of, I believe, Central Florida again, but they might be in the Orlando area. Not sure, but they're definitely in Central Florida. The next one I'm gonna recommend is one that I currently did a video on, a review, so check that out here, and that is St. Augustine Distillery Florida Straight Bourbon. Now, It just so happened that I bought this right around the same time that the Bourbon van put out that video, and you know, worked out at a great time. This is only 88 proof though. That's my only bad thing about it, but overall it's a pretty freaking good bourbon whiskey. It's leathery, it's peppery, has the nice caramel, vanilla, cherry note flavors. It is really good, and definitely something totally different than the other two that have here, right? This tastes more like a Texas whiskey to me, and it's really good. So definitely try this out. I bought this at my local Total Wine, and this was about 50 bucks, $55. So I would recommend this all day, every day. All right, so I'm gonna drink some water first. It is hot, guys. And then I'm gonna finish up the little bit of bourbon and get myself a little bit more after this video. Cheers. You're dying to find out what I'm drinking. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. I am drinking one that I would definitely put on this list now, although at the beginning they had a distillery in Ohio, not here in Florida, but now they opened up a Florida distillery or a Florida location, so I am putting them on this list, and I am proud that they are here in the state of Florida, and that is Horse Soldier Small Batch Bourbon. Well, this is the offering that I'm going to talk about. This is their signature bourbon whiskey, which is their small batch. It's about 95 proof, and it is pretty freaking good. I truly enjoy it, and you know, I'm not gonna go through the whole story of it, but they have a cool soldier, they have a cool story, they have a movie made out of this, and you should probably check it out. It's about the horse soldiers that fought in the war, and they rode up on horses, right? So it's pretty cool. I think they were Marines, and that story is just amazing. And this is made from metal taken from the 9/11 buildings that unfortunately, you know, everybody knows what happened in 9/11. But it's a cool little commemorative design that they put on this. Yeah, I had to say commemorative slow because I can't really say that word, but it's still something cool that they added to it. It's a nice little touch, but it is nothing, right? The story is cool, the bottle is cool, but if the juice inside of it wasn't good, then I really wouldn't recommend it. But it is good, and I can't wait to try the barrel proof. That is one that's on my list, but it's a little bit more pricier. This cost me $55. The barrel proof, I believe, is like $85 to $90, so it's a little bit more up there, but I heard it's good as well. But definitely check out Horse Soldier Bourbon. They also have a straight bourbon, which is a little cheaper. I think it's like $40, but it's also like in the 80 something proof or low 90 proof. But either one, I've heard good things about all three of those offerings, and that is the one that I would recommend the most, and the one that I was drinking, the one that I truly would enjoy out of all these three the most, or I would reach for the most. So let me know what you guys think about this list. Sorry I had to kind of switch it up a little bit, but I still wanted to highlight some of these whiskeys that we have here in the lovely state of Florida, although some of them I haven't tasted yet. Let me know what you guys think. Please do me the favor, subscribe. Yes, subscribe. But also like. That'll help me out. Check out the Patreon in the description, leave a comment, and click that bell icon. And thank you so much for the Bourbon Van for putting this series together. This is amazing, and I loved making this video. Till next time, I'm gonna enjoy some more of this Horse Soldier, and I want you to enjoy that whiskey. Cheers.